This
Good.
call is being recorded.
Hey, this is Phyllis Nash, and I am your co-founder here, hailing in sunny Chicago, Illinois. Guys, I cannot believe that a week ago we were about to kick off our 5th-year anniversary. These days pass so quickly. And so before I get started, I just want to remind you a survey was sent out for your feedback about our 5th-year anniversary. We're always striving to be better, to have your experience be elevated. And so please, if you attended the event, make sure you get those surveys out. And now I'm going to get on out of the way and bring up our speaker, someone that's a servant leader to this whole entire company. When you think of Connor, you definitely have to think of Dr. Roz. She serves so many duties here, takes care of so many, keep us informed on every level. Yes, her official title is VP of Communications, but she's also DJ Roz. She's also whatever you need, Dr. Roz. She is an emerald, meaning yes, she and her team has done over $50,000 in a calendar month. She is my friend, my sister. Here you go, Dr. Roz. Take it away.
Thank you, Phyllis, and you are my mentor. So you got to add that title to it. So we thank you all the time for all that you do, helping us to push and being the midwife that you've accepted this call, because that's exactly what it is, a calling. Yeah, I'm telling you, days are passing so quickly, so quickly. It's amazing. And I was looking at this quote this morning by Eric Worre, and he said, in network marketing, the person who attends the most events wins. This event was amazing. Events, period, are important, whether they're big, small, local, or destination. But this was what you would consider to be, for those of us not in Chicago, a destination event. And there's nothing more powerful. And we heard so much of it yesterday when Phyllis had different people to share what they experienced at our 5-year anniversary conference. One of the things that we kept hearing was about the energy. The energy. There's nothing more powerful than energy of a corporate live event. I mean, some of us were here when we had to do everything virtually because of COVID, and when we had that first Vegas event where we got back together again, man. I mean, we were hugging each other, kind of scared to hug each other, but we were doing it anyway. I mean, because there's nothing more powerful than that energy and that electrifying culture that you're surrounded by when you're around, like we are every morning, like-minded individuals. And then not only that, in the presence of true greatness amongst our own companies, distributors and associates and leaders and corporate team. All of that's amazing, and it's hard to replicate. But our conference, I want to say some things just to help even those of you that were not able to attend for whatever reasons. Our conference started with our midwife. It started with our midwife and our two-star diamond, Phyllis Nash. And she took us on a journey of her life and aspects of it that we may not have even known about. Literally, it was amazing. And that happened all throughout the day on the first training day on Friday. That happened all throughout the day from every single leader that hit the stage. We heard things about their story that placed them, in my eyes, on a whole nother level of relatability and respect. I mean, we literally heard and were able to respect the humility that so many of our leaders walk in. I mean, people like Sylvia Covington. I mean, things that she's done in her life and in her past that many of us did not know about, and she could be walking around, but humility is upon her shoulders. And so many others that don't wear their accomplishments on their shoulders. We even had a surprise visit from a notable, experienced, and successful network marketer from another company that just dropped some nuggets on us while we were just paying a visit to our CEO. I just want to say this morning, And we hear it, but do we realize how prestigious and how known our CEO and our midwife are in this industry? I know sometimes we don't realize it because we're not out there in these big conferences and other companies that have thousands and hundreds of thousands of people. But listen, Lakana Nation, do you know that if Phyllis Nash or Melissa Boston walk into a room, they're known all over this country, all over this industry? And there's nothing that's quite like the energy. I got to say that again. Nothing quite like the energy that was in the room this past weekend. And it isn't even something that I can even describe accurately enough to do it justice. You know what that old saying is, you have to see it to believe it. Yeah, it's kind of like that. That's why you don't want to miss the next event. See, those who train at these events are the ones who they're legit. They're getting it done. I heard people say things like that. They got a chance to see. It's really legit. The people are really, really legit. Bernadine Kirkland says it like this: they're doing the doggone thing. That's right. Otherwise, they wouldn't be holding the microphone. So who is it better to learn from than those who are chosen to lead up on that stage? And that's what took place. And it seems like it's a no-brainer. You just never know. You never know when the tiniest golden nugget's going to be dropped. The breakout, the breakthrough that can literally change the trajectory of your business or your life. And that's why in the next days, you're going to get emails and information from your leaders that are going to try to downgrade the information into you if you were not in attendance. Surrounded by people who just get it. I mean, we have people here that are in small cities, small towns, little areas, your world. And sometimes when you're in your world, you don't get to see the big picture until you come to the big picture. Because we're the sum of the people who we spend the most time with. So why wouldn't we want to immerse ourselves in a culture of like-minded, positive, inspiring, and successful comrades? What else happens when you go to these meetings like we just had? You get another belief in the company. I don't believe that there's a single person here that didn't walk through the doors of the EE Center that your belief in the company didn't go up a notch. Or when you walked into the headquarters, your belief in the company didn't go up a notch. It was a really good thing that we didn't have all those meetings at the hotel and we had them right there at the headquarters. That was really good because now there were those who had never seen the headquarters, never seen the founding members' walls from the past years, never seen the EE Center and reasons that people did invest in getting a diamond card or a black card membership. And then to be able to have the camaraderie to talk to people face to face. Mike Newsom said it yesterday. Leaders were willing to pour into him. And there was no lacking in that area. So how important was it to rub shoulders with Beverly Blair and Phyllis Nash and Willie Mooney and Gigi Harris and Terry Anderson and Bernadine Kirkland? Whether or not you were on their team or not, I watched one of my team members light up when Melissa Boston knew her last name. So I say that to say, you may go into an event with a little lack of belief or a little lack of understanding, but I can almost guarantee you're walking out with a renewed sense of commitment to your business and ultimately to your success. It's powerful surrounding yourself with others who know beyond a shadow of a doubt what type of success they deserve. And then they can help you have that same sense of belief that you deserve it. Now, one of my team members yesterday, Anna Galler, she said yesterday, we need to bottle it up, right? We need to bottle up that motivation and take that pill every single morning. There's a football coach named Lou Holtz. He once said, ability is what you're capable of doing. Motivation determines what you do, but attitude determines how well you do it. Now, we're back at home. Yeah, yeah. Whether that's Chicago, whether that's Virginia, whether that's Texas, whether that's California, wherever that is, if it's Florida, wherever you are, we're back at home. And so now we go to work. Now it's time for networking. So here's the list. Here's a quick list of 10 things to make sure you don't lose that motivation. Number one, set clear goals. Clear goals. Now, we don't have to set them. The goals have already been given to us. We've got the goals. We've got a trip coming to Florida. We've got a challenge before us in the next 4 months, April, May, June, July. We're going to build that CV. We're going to be able to go to that retail retreat, have it paid for, have travel points. All of those things are in place. And do you know that while you're building that CV, you're going to get you, did you hear what I said? You're going to get you some distributors, some business partners. Number two, break it down. Break those goals down into smaller, manageable, how many days a week you can do it, how many hours a day you can invest in it based on your life. Understand the whole concept of CV. Matter of fact, Saturday at 11 a.m., I'm going to be teaching a deep dive training on CV training, making sure you know how to find it, you know how to look for it, you know how to know which one is what CV is, in case you don't know, just in case you don't know. We're going to make sure you are going to be without excuse. Number three, Phyllis mentioned this yesterday, your why. She responded to somebody and she said, you got to have that why. And whys can change. What is your why? What is your goal? Why is it important to you? Not why is it important to our CEO or our midwife. Why is it important to you? A deeper meaning, an emotional connection to that why. Coach Dan is the one who said, if it doesn't make you cry, it's not big enough. Number four, create a supportive environment. You gotta have the support around you. Whether that's your upline, downline, crossline, inline, whatever, you gotta have that support around you. Surround yourself with positive, supportive people who believe in you and your goals. Don't be around the folk who don't believe in you. Give them the latest click. Share your aspirations with them. Seek your encouragement. Seek their encouragement and their feedback. And listen to others and draw inspiration from their success stories. Don't be a hater. When you see somebody walking across the stage, don't be a hater. Ask them, how'd you do that? What are you doing? Pour into me. Number five, we heard it yesterday. Number five, visualize your success. We heard somebody say, I wasn't thinking about doing a vision board, but now I get it. We heard it yesterday. Take some time to visualize yourself. You got to visualize it. You got to see it before it happens. You got to see what you're going to be wearing the next event when you walk across the stage. You got to see what you're going to be driving because your income goes up. You got to see what's going to be taking place in your life. We got to see what bills are going to already be paid. It's time to start visualizing your success so that you can achieve these goals, because we're in an industry that you've got to believe can cause it to happen. Number six, celebrate. Celebrate the little things. Celebrate your progress. Every one of you that attended, you need to be celebrating because you took the time, you found a way, you broke the bank, you pulled out the piggy bank and turned it upside down, but you did it. So celebrate that. And celebrate the progress that you can make each and every day after that. Acknowledge and celebrate your progress. It doesn't matter how big it is. And some people say, well, I know this doesn't mean much to everybody else. Listen, it doesn't matter what it means to everybody else. It matters what it means to you. And treat yourself with some small rewards. Take a break every now and then and recharge yourself. Number seven, stay inspired. Stay inspired. Fuel yourself. Turn on motivational teachings. Listen to audibles and listen to YouTube videos. Keep yourself pumped up when nobody else can pump you up. Number eight, stay healthy. Yep, we're health and wellness, but you got to stay healthy. Take care of your physical and your mental well-being. Success is nothing if you're not healthy. If you're not feeling good and can't go, there were those that were intended to go and couldn't go because of health concerns. And number 9, track your progress. Keep a track of what's going on. That's why you got to know your CV. We got all the tools in our back office to keep track of what's happening. Keep track of who you talk to. Keep track of what they said. Keep track of your progress by whether you got to do it the old school way, physical, write it down, or you got a new school way, online, digitally. And number 10, learn from your failure. It's a part of the journey. We're going to make some mistakes in the next 4 months as we are in delving into this contest, this CV contest. You're going to make some mistakes. But guess what? Learn from them and see them as an opportunity to learn and to grow, because failure is a natural part of the journey, but it doesn't mean it's fatal. Let's go. Phyllis, back to you.
Wow, 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 Dr. Roz. I can always count on you to deliver, guys. And she actually hit it out of the ballpark. And what the last thing is, remember, you do have 20% off on your site-wide, spending $100 minimum up to $499. You're going to get 20% off. And for your new customers, those people that say, hey, I want that cleanse, I want that Hempranium, I want whatever product we have on the site. Now is the time for a new customer to go out there and take 30% off. 30%. How do you get that 30%? Well, if they're a new customer, you put in save 10, all caps, all together, where it says coupon, and then you click on apply. So that brand new customer of yours gets 30% off. Guys, let's shut this down like it is a real 5th year anniversary, using the tools that we have and all the phenomenal products to go out there and let somebody share in our products and having better health. And so, Dr. Roz, thank you so much again for all you do. Your message was well received. I hope you all take her advice, because that's what it's going to take for us to go to $1 billion big. With that being said, go out and push. Having a kind of day. Bye.